this is news. I'm back on all the dating apps now. I am officially divorced. So there you go.
That's true news?
That's true news. Yeah.
Well, welcome to the dating world. I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah. I happened like 7 months ago or so now. Basically, she cheated on me and then confessed it to me. So I told her I didn't want her in my house and kicked her out. And then I immediately filed for divorce. And so it was quite the process.
Wow.
Yeah.
How'd that work financially?
Well,
it's so short.
As you would guess, it was a rinky-dink Mickey Mouse divorce, like considering like you're only married for like a bit over a year, didn't have kids, like none of that stuff. So yeah, it was, as far as divorces go, pretty easy, you know, to get through. And even though like there was nothing my ex said throughout the process or that my attorney told me throughout the process that made me think it was going to be some like, oh, like financially ruinous thing. Cause like logically I knew that, but like, damn, the amount of time, like over that period, I just spent like in my own head, like just these financial worries that like I'd in my own head be like, stop like being so worried your whole life's going to come crumbling down. It's not, you're fine. And then it'd be like, you can't stop thinking about that. Well, what if this happens? What if this is my financial future? What if this and that? And that is enormously stressful. So that was not fun. Being single again is awesome. It's genuinely, I'm really enjoying life more
Lord
now
Satan
than I
comes
was.
through again.
I cannot believe that I'm such a fucking idiot that
when I called down to the
through...
dark man and I asked, you know how many cats I've had to fucking kill over the last year and a half?
Oh my God, dude.
There's so much cat blood on my hands. Satan was thirsting, but he sent that demon.
I was hoping the rest of his sentence was, I cannot believe the wisdom Kyle had all along.
That's literally, I needed, you know, I'm such a midwit retard. I had to get divorced to realize that Kyle and Dick, my high IQ friends, they were trying to guide me down that road. They tried to guide me down that road. And in my arrogance, in my pride, I ignored them. I didn't take their advice. So this is a true prodigal son story. Really, is that I'm back. I'm
like
back.
Iron Man 1.
This is Iron Man 1. I'm back.
You're coming out of that Afghani cave.
I'm coming out of the Afghani cave. I'm back in the you know what, the thumbnail should be me after crawling through like Andy Dufresne, and I'm back. I'm out.
Just
out.
Taylor looking up at that lightning-filled sky.
I can't stop putting together Taylor's like body transformation and you know dating app reappearance. Like I think these are related.
It's absolutely related. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, we separated in like mid-October. To give people the time frame, like it's been quite a while since we separated. We've been actually officially divorced for a few months now. So like I've been dating again and whatnot. I need to get Hinge and Bumble. I only have Tinder, but yeah, I've never actually used a Bumble account. I need to
Bumble's
check that out.
Bumble's
it sounds like Bumble's too much of a commitment. Are you sure you want to see a woman twice?
You know, we'll see. We'll see where we're at. But
yeah, I like Hinge a lot. Or excuse me, I like Bumble a lot. And Hinge, like I said, I think I met 2 girls on Hinge ever. But you know, I liked those girls in particular, I guess. Tinder, you meet some crazies on there too.
Do you still talk to them, the Hinge girls?
Not
so much.
I have never like told a girl I don't want to talk to her anymore. If you end up in a relationship where it's not appropriate to talk to me, then I'll just notice that you haven't messaged me in 3 years and respect that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have any reason to be like, never contact me again. Like, why would I do that? So
I've always liked your attitude towards this. And it's a little bit like, hey, I do the groundwork and we get to know each other, and we find out that we're a match. And girls worry, oh, now he's not going to want to talk to me after tonight. No, that was great. I absolutely want to talk to you. Not necessarily move in, not necessarily talk to you all the time, but what we did tonight, I would love to run this back in 4 days. And I was like, yeah, that's genius. Why do you want to start from scratch with the next one?
I've never quite understood that. Like I've always been of the mind, and I've always been real open about it. Like, hey, they'd be like, oh, you're not going to call me back, are you? I'm like, well, no, I'm not. I'm 35, not 65. I'm not going to call anybody, but I'm going to text you like
a call
the next time I'm horny. Like, and I'm going to be like
which
polite
is about
in between.
4 hours from now.
Yeah, probably a week ago or a week later or whatever.
Like,
but no, I've just never understood why you'd want to like fuck a girl and then like block her or something like that. Like she would have to be so shitty, like such a sketchy person that you were like worried about your safety, or like she was gonna like she's doing drugs, or like she's an alcoholic, she's like crazy shit, like an actual unstable, dangerous person that you don't feel safe around before I'm going to like block you. But if it's just a sweet girl that we had sex, like I've never understood blocking, and like I thought it was just in the movies, but then I hear about people doing it. I see women online on Reddit being like, yeah, we had sex and thought everything went well, and then it blocked on all social media and this, that, and the other. And I'm thinking like, what kind of style is this? You only want to fuck her once?
I've never done that.
What's a typical gap between like the pictures in a Tinder profile and the real life?
It can be enormous.
Oh,
there can be a drastic difference between the way someone is presented, and sometimes like it can be like, oh, that's you 40 pounds ago. Like,
well,
there is stuff like that.
I get current like live photos usually, like, and you
don't know
like,
if they're live on. Once you're chatting with them,
yeah, we can like if we're on Snapchat, and like it doesn't have to be like XXX either. Like if she's at the pool or like I'm on the treadmill or something like that, like just kind of showing that we have torsos is a good idea at some point, because it's a good idea to know that exists. I've told that story a bunch of times about meeting that girl off of my Facebook like fan site and oh my god, so big. It's twice that happened.
In hindsight, though, would the current wiser Kyle not fall for that, or was it impossible to avoid?
Oh, like what it was wishful thinking. It was me like
that'll get you. Yeah,
my brain was filling in gaps and like making excuses for why things looked the way they did, and like whatever it could do to like make this okay. The questioning side of my brain was shoved down in a corner somewhere and told to shut the fuck up. God damn it. Whose team are you on?
But when you did what needed to be done. Yeah.
Well, it's happened twice, but one time I looked out the hotel window and like she's there. She's at my hotel. This is right. This was when, Woody, for time frame, you were leaving Cisco. Like I think you had called me that day, and we were talking about that. Like you were gonna move. It was like imminent that it was gonna happen for real. And after I got off the phone with you, I was like on the phone with her, looking out my window. I'm on 3rd or 4th floor, and I saw. She's like, I'm in the red dress, and I'm like, holy shit, you like Pac-Man. Like she
red dress.
She was so big and round.
I see a tent. No.
But yeah.
Did Coleman make that dress?
Like there was no way to back out. So I let her go down on me, and then I pretended like I like prematurely ejaculated, but really I was just only wanted a blowjob. And I was like, oh no, what happened? I was like, you know what?
This is my first.
I was like,
you like pull it out of your mouth and you're like, oh no, and you're like still cranking your dick.
I'm not gonna stop. What, I want to ruin it.
Oh fuck, another 4 minutes of this. and you gotta leave.
So like I think I like apologized and maybe said like, well, we'll go to dinner in like 3 or 4 hours. But I'm gonna get a nap, take a shower, etc. I need to I always make up work that I have to do, because women believe that. I got all that work. Meanwhile, like I might have been there to buy that boat. I was there for fun. And as soon as she left, I went to blocking her everywhere, man. I'll admit, like that, because And then she messaged me back on like the last remaining way she had, whatever it was. She was like, "What the fuck? You know, what happened?" And I just wrote back, "You know why. You know why." And then I blocked her there too because she was so big, dude. She was so big, and it was just. And then another time I was in Texas.
Could you go canoeing with her?
Do you almost expect like 15 pounds of lie, 10 pounds of lie?
No. Well, all right.
Okay.
Sometimes, a lot of the times, the girl is like clearly like just she's never going to be fat, right? Like so just lots of chicks are just
because of the heroin.
I don't. And again, like at this point, like and really after these two instances that happened, I always make sure that I see what all of you looks like. And again, I'm not talking about triple X, but like I'll see you in a fucking shirt and some jeans at some point, your whole goddamn body. But there was that time in Texas when she pulled up in that Cube. I don't know who makes the Cube, but it's that maybe Nissan.
Oh, I know it.
Nissan.
Is it Honda?
Yeah, Nissan.
She pulled up in a Cube, and I had been talking big shit. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, let's go to Morton's. You know, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna go here and do this and that, and then we'll go back to the bar at my hotel, and then we go up. Like, I got this kind of room and that kind of room. I'm talking all this shit, and all right, she pulled up in a normal one, right? It was like gray,
yeah,
but she pulled up in one of these, and I don't give a shit. It's a chick's car. I sat down in that bitch, and she had it in drive so fast, and was away with me, that by the time I was buckled up and noticed how big she was, we were gone. And I mean, she was
tactical on her part.
She was too big. And in my head, I'm thinking about how much money I've promised to spend tonight on this big bitch. And I'm thinking like, no, I can't even afford to take her to Morton's. She's going to eat a whole goddamn, she's going to get that whole seafood tower herself or something, $180 worth of chilled crab. No. So I'm sweating, trying to figure out how to get out of this. My heart's beating.
Are you sweating or are you just catching some in the air?
and I mean,
it just shouldn't go just past.
She's way too big. And I call my buddy and I text him like, get me out of this. Call me. Calls me up and I'm doing a whole fakery on my end that doesn't even involve him. I just needed the phone to ring. Sure. So he's going, got you a big one, huh? I'm like, fuck. And I'm over here like, oh, all the footage got deleted? No. What do you mean? Well, how would we film tonight? It's nighttime. Oh, they've got stadium lights and a generator. Whose fault is this? They're fired. But I'm on this date with this lovely lady here.
Can I bring her with me? Is there a pen she could play in?
I go through all of this fakery on my end, and then I go click, and I'm like, I kind of believe it. And I tell a bunch of lies about how I've just got to get back to work. Got all this work to do.
Yeah.
And I just have her turn around and take me back. And then I had sex with a prostitute instead, who was
nice. Who was not fat.
Much thinner, but that was the one who was on her period, though, it turned out, and bled all over me in the room. Yeah. So it was quite a night.
The content you got from that night.
What an
Taylor,
awful
did you
evening.
have any clue that she was being unfaithful? Did you said she confessed it? Is that when you first learned, or? Yeah,
it was like the night before. Like she was out somewhere and I wasn't there, and she came back the next morning and confessed it to me.
So,
and yeah,
you were surprised by the confession, or?
I mean, I'll leave it at this. Like she and I were not happy in that marriage. And so it is, I believe 100% for the best that it is over.
The dogs, huh?
They are her dogs. Yeah. That was a discussion. That was a discussion early on because Teddy was literally a gift for her. Like that makes sense. It's cut and dry. And then Fozzie, they're like a bonded pair. Yeah, they're a bonded pair. And Fozzie was literally bought by her mom because she was going to get a dog at the same time we got Teddy. And then we ended up keeping both because Teddy was so fucking neurotic that he couldn't like handle reality without having another dog there.
Oh yeah. My dog has extreme separation anxiety and I did it to him and there's no fixing it, but it's fine. I guess I wanted a lap dog. He cannot be without me at all. We have to be together continuously. Right now, he's outside that door waiting. He's outside that door right now.
He loves you.
Which
He
one?
loves me. Toby, the one I've raised from a puppy, like across.
He's the brown and sort of Chewbacca looking.
Yeah. He's a Bernie Doodle, and he's just the cutest motherfucker. He has very expressive eyes, which it's like a gorilla. Like he looks like he's thinking about shit over there.
He does.
Like looking around.
You've sent pictures before, and he has human eyes.
It's like he has the whites of his eyes are very pronounced, and like you can see what he's looking at and where he's looking. And he watches. I've never had a dog that would watch TV. I've seen them on the internet. He watches TV all the time. Anything that's high enough frame rate that dogs can pick it up.
Does he show higher interest when animals?
Big time. He likes.
I think that's so cool.